how to set a company up within QTAC Payroll. Select Company and Company Maintenance, and then Add New. Now from this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the required fields. There are extra fields within the company maintenance, and if you would like help with these, then please contact us on our support line of 01179 474747. So after selecting Add New, enter your company name, your company address, postcode and country. Then select the Tax LNI tab. Now within the Tax LNI tab you will need to enter your tax district number and tax reference. You will also need to add whether you are eligible for small employers relief, and you will tick or untick this accordingly. You will also need to enter your accounts office reference and your accounts office, and whether you pay HMRC monthly, quarterly or annually. You can find your tax district and tax reference and accounts office reference either on the yellow book provided by the Inland Revenue or on the HMRC Gov Gateway using your username and login. The Pensions tab I'm going to do a separate video on, so please look for the pensions video. The reason for this is with auto enrolment you are required to fill a lot of extra features within the software. The Payments tab allows you to enter your company bank details if you pay by BACS or whether you pay by auto pay or telepay, your reference number for this and the file format that you require. You can also within this section enter brought forward statutory recovery. Now this would only be applicable if you're entering a company partway through a tax year onto QTAC and whether you've had any statutory within that tax year. The calendar allows you to set up the pay slip date and the pay period end date for that company, whether it be weekly, 2 weekly, 4 weekly or a monthly payroll. You can change the payslip date by selecting and changing and then hitting the Generate Weeks button or the Generate Months button. This will auto-populate the weeks forward. Please ensure that the Accept All Dates tick box is ticked and then save. The Report section allows extra features to be shown on the reports. Please have a look at these as they are only useful to some companies. The Payslip section is exactly the same, as in it has extra features which can be shown on the payslips. You can also within the Payslip section choose your default payslip type. The File by Internet section allows you to enter your user ID and password plus personal information for being able to use the software to submit real-time information. The Bureau tab allows you to reopen periods as a whole company. So if you made a mistake for the whole company in period 1, you could reopen period 1 and pay the whole company again. There is an option within the Employee tab, which I will show later, and in the Setting Up an Employee or the Open and Pay video, to back process individual employees. The GL codes I will do another video on also. The Declarations tab is the part of where declarations were filed with the P35, but now they are filed with the final FPS. So what you are required to do is enter yes or no within this declaration screen and save. You will get a prompt on your final payment within the tax year. The Employee tab is a default setting for when you add a new employee. For instance, if all of your employees were gross to net, or the majority were gross to net, you would set this as gross to net. If the majority were paid monthly, you would set this to monthly. You'd hit save, close, and then you would see your company in two locations. If you had multi-company, you can select in the drop-down menu.